वासुदेवाय
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. So today we are going to begin Srimad Bhagavatam chapter 15, titled The Pandavas Retire Timely. So we begin with Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, chapter 15, verse 1. Sutta Vacha. Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno. Bratra Rajna Vikalpita. Nana Sankaspadam Rupam. Krishna Vishleshakarshita. Sutta Vacha. Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno. Ratra Rajna Vikalpita. Nana Shankaspadam Rupam. Krishna Vishleshakarshita. Krishna Chandra Nandakumar.
Sutta Vacha. Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno.
Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno.
Bharatra Rajna Vikalpita. Nana Sankaspadam Rupam. Krishna Vishleshakarshita.
Santushtunitay.
Sutta Vacha. Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno. Bratra Rajna Vikalpita. Nana Shankaspadam Rupam. Krishna Vishleshakarshita.
Translation. Divya Rupa Revati.
Sutta Vacha. Evam Krishna Sakha Krishno. Bharatra Rajna Vikalpita. Nana Sankashpadam Rupam. Krishna Vishleshakarshita.
Thank you. So, translation purport by Divine Grace, Abhay Charnarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
No, Suta Vacha, Suta Goswami said,
Suta Vacha, Suta Goswami said,
Evam thus,
Evam
Krishna Sakha, the celebrated friend of Krishna,
Krishna Sakha, the
Krishna
celebrated
Sakha,
friend
the
of Krishna.
celebrated
Friend of Krishna.
Krishna, Arjuna.
Krishna,
Krishna
Arjuna.
Arjuna.
So here, Arjuna is called also Krishna. Bratra by his elder brother.
Brata by his
By his
elder
elder brother.
Rajna, the king Yudhishthira.
Rajna, King Yudhishthira.
Vikalpita, speculated.
Vikalpita speculated.
Nana, various.
Nana.
Various.
Various.
Shankaspadam, based on many doubts.
Shankaspadam.
Ashpadam based on many doubts.
Based on many doubts. Rupam, forms.
Rupam forms.
Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna.
Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna.
Vishlesha, feelings of separation.
Vishlesha, feelings of separation.
Karshita, became greatly bereaved.
Karshita became greatly bereaved.
Translation, please repeat after me. Suta Goswami said,
Suta Goswami
Goswami said,
Arjuna, the celebrated friend of Lord Krishna,
Arjuna
Arjuna, the celebrated friend of Lord Krishna,
was grief-stricken because of his strong feeling of separation from Krishna.
was grief-stricken
because of his
strong feeling of separation from Krishna.
Over and above all Maharaja Yudhishthira's speculative inquiries,
Over and
above all Maharaja Yudhishthira's speculative
inquiries.
purport.
Being too much aggrieved, Arjuna practically became choked up, and therefore it was not possible for him to reply properly to the various speculative inquiries of Maharaja Yudhishthira.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakaya. Sarvagiritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataga Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaurakatha Damadhaya Nagara Grama Tharine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nithi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhe Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangul Langai Tegirim Yat Kripa Tamaham Jai Sri Gurum Denatharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Meshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So in this verse, there are 3 times name Krishna is repeated. The first is Krishna Sakha. So Evam Krishna Sakha, Krishna. Arjuna's name is also Krishna Sakha because Arjuna is Krishna Sakha. Sakha means friend. And Arjuna is also called sometimes Krishna. So Krishna Sakha, Krishna. So Krishna Sakha, Krishna, which is Arjuna. That means why Arjuna is called sometimes Krishna, because in Krishna consciousness, Arjuna was so much absorbed in Krishna consciousness that Arjuna's bodily feature was almost similar to Krishna's bodily feature only. That is why he is called Krishna sometimes. And he was so morose, being separated from Krishna. That is another Krishna. So his reason for grief stricken because of strong feeling of separation from Krishna. This is the first most important point. That is the main reason. And also his elder brother was suggesting whether you are morose for this reason or that reason or this reason or that reason. You know, actually Arjuna, he was unhappy on account of being separated from Krishna. Similarly, not only Arjuna, all of us also, we are also, as Krishna, Arjuna, he is also a living entity. We are also living entity. So we are also unhappy because we are separated from Krishna. These modern philosophers and scientists, they may suggest that they may go on thinking otherwise, that they can improve the world situation in more than in their own way and all these things. But that's not possible. Our main reason for remaining unhappy is on account of being separated from Krishna. This is the truth. They don't know that. Just like a child is crying. Nobody can say why he is crying. But actually a child is generally in crying condition being separated from the mother. That's all. So there may be 101 external reason they may see. But the reason for crying for the child is separation from mother. Similarly, we may be crying here in the perverted reflection because of no money, because of not happy in life, because somebody cheated, because of accident, because of so many things, because of relative died. 101 different reasons may be there for our crying because of my body pain and this pain and that pain. But no, the reason for your crying is the separation from Krishna. This is absolute truth. This is the reason for crying. This is the reason. It is not only the question of Arjuna or Krishna. Every one of us. Every one of us. Because in the Upanishad it is said that Paramatma, Krishna, and the living entity, they are sitting on the same tree. Samani vrikshe. Same tree. One living entity is eating the fruit of the tree and the other living entity is simply witnessing. Hanumanta. So, Krishna is situated in everyone's heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe Arjuna tishtati. Because without his sanction, not a blade of grass will move. No living entity can do anything without Krishna's sanction. Because Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Only he says, I am seated in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. And from me comes remembrance, forgetfulness, and intelligence. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So, the living entity wants to do something out of his own whims. Krishna says, or Krishna is actually giving good consultation. That see, you are entangled. If you do this, you will be more entangled. It will not make you happy. Don't do this. But we are fools. We are persisting. We will do it. Then Krishna sanctions as a Paramatma, all right. What can be done? You do it at your own risk. Do it at your own risk. This is going on. Every one of us very intimately connected with Krishna. And Krishna is sitting in everyone's heart. And Krishna is so kind. He is simply waiting when this rascal will turn his face towards me. He is simply looking, waiting. He is so kind. But we, the living entities, we are so rascal, we shall turn our face to everything except Krishna. This is our position. This is called a conditioned state of this fallen soul. We want to be happy with so many ideas. Everyone is creating his own idea. But the rascals, they don't know that. What is the actual process for getting happiness? That is Krishna. That they don't know. Nathe viduswartha gatim hi Vishnum. Durasaya ye bahirarthamanina. Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj. You can see in your country, in my country, in everybody's country, they are trying so many things, so many skyscraper building, big building apartments, so many motor cars, so many big cities. But there is no happiness because they don't know what is missing. The separation from Krishna. The happiness means Krishna. From him only the happiness comes. When we miss him, we miss happiness. That missing point we are giving from ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada is established everywhere and Guru Maharaj is traveling all over the world. Now he is in the West and USA. Propagating, you take Krishna and you will be happy. How simple it is. Chant Hare Krishna is not different from the holy name. So you take Krishna and you will be happy. This is the Krishna consciousness. So Krishna and living entity, they are actually intimately connected. Either like father and son, or friend and friend, or master and servant, like that. Very intimate connection. But because we have forgotten our intimate relationship with Krishna and trying to become happy in this material world, therefore we have to undergo so much tribulations and cry and cry and cry. If you don't cry for Krishna, you will cry for somebody has died. You will cry for you are getting pain. You are cry for you are insulted. You will cry for so many different reasons if you don't cry for Krishna. Because the crying is meant for separation from Krishna, strong feeling. Krishna bhuliya jiva bhoga vancha kare. As living entities, we are trying to become happy within this material world. Why you are in the material world? Even though you are in the material body, still you can be in the spiritual world. Just become Krishna conscious. In the spiritual world, nobody can become the enjoyer. Bhokta, only supreme. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram. Krishna is the only Bhokta. Bhokta means the enjoyer. There is no mistake. So many living entities. The real enjoyer, the real proprietor is Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. The real proprietor of every body and everything that exists, manifested universes. Everything is Krishna. That is spiritual kingdom. So in this material world also we understand perfectly well that we are not enjoyer. Krishna is the enjoyer. If you understand this much, then you are in spiritual world. Though you are in material world, it becomes spiritual world. If you understand, I am not the enjoyer, Krishna is the enjoyer. Is it very difficult to understand? It's a proven track of record we have been seeing. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. For us, it is Dukkhalayam. But if you want to be happy, you have to serve Krishna. You have to remember Krishna. Separation from Krishna is all painful. It's Dukkhalayam because Krishna is separated. So it is Dukkhalayam. And if you know Krishna is the enjoyer, then I am not the enjoyer, then this is spiritual world. So our Krishna consciousness movement is convincing everyone that we are not enjoyer. Enjoyer is Krishna, just like the whole body. The enjoyer is the stomach. Hands and legs and eyes and ears and brains and everything. These should be engaged to find out the enjoyable things and put it in the stomach. That is natural, right? So similarly, we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are not enjoyer. In every religion, it is accepted. In Christian also, they say, oh God, give us our daily bread. Bread we cannot manufacture. It must come from God. That is Vedic version also. Nityo Nityanam. Yesterday we saw Chetanas Chetananam Ekayo Bahunam Vidadati Kaman. Krishna, he gives everything. Necessities of life for everybody. He gives everything. as you like. But if you accept your enjoyable things as you like, then you will become entangled. But if you accept things to be enjoyed by you, tene tektena bhunjitha yisho vanishad, you all have learnt in Bhakti Shastri. Krishna offers you, then you will become happy. If you make, just like a deceased patient, if he wants to enjoy life in his own whimsical way, he will continue his disease only. He has to take the prescription from the doctor and avoid what is not to be taken and take the pill. Similarly, we have to avoid by following four regulative principles, which is not good for our health, both spiritual and material, and take the pills of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The doctor is with you in the form of the spiritual master who can take care of you not only when you are in diseased condition, even after you become liberated from the diseased condition, the spiritual master will care for you. The doctors will not, but the spiritual master cares eternally. That's why we say he is our eternal spiritual master. Prabhupada used to say, my eternal spiritual master, Om Vishnupada Paramamsa, Ashtotar Sadasri, is divine grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This is how Prabhupada addresses his spiritual master. So, a spiritual master is eternal spiritual master. Not only spiritual master when you are diseased in condition, and once you are removed the diseases, you are again free. No. Your eternal spiritual master will care for your spiritual life even after you get liberated, so that you will never ever fall again. That guarantee is there. Why Krishna guarantees? Not because Krishna will protect you, but because Krishna has that faith in spiritual master whom he is sending. Krishna is depending on his devotees in these cases, and devotees fully depending on Krishna. Devotees means one who is depending 100% on Krishna. And such persons are very dear to Krishna. So Krishna gives guarantee to all. You will not fall again because evam parampara praptam. You come to me through your spiritual master, and it is ensured that you will never ever fall again. So that is very beautiful here. You cannot violate the laws of Krishna or laws of nature. That is impossible. You are not at all independent. We are all depending on Krishna. We are not independent. Our cause of all unhappiness is thinking that we are independent. Nobody is independent. How you can be independent? Nobody can say, I am independent. And if we say, that's our mistake. Misusing our independence, we are suffering in this material world. There is a little bit of free will is given in order to serve Krishna. Misusing the free will, thinking, oh, I am independent now. I can make my decision. I can deny Krishna. That's all. Small mistake. If you are given independence, you should serve Krishna out of full love. That is Krishna consciousness. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has preached, Jivera Swarupahaya Nitya Krishna Dasa. As living entities, we are eternally servant of Krishna. That's our position. But if we deny this position now, why shall I become servant of Krishna? I am independent. Then suffering begins. Dukhalayama Shashvatam. Immediately you are in material world. Krishna Bhuliya Jiva Bhoga Vancha Kare. As soon as you decide to enjoy independently, immediately, that means immediately he is captured by Maya. Krishna Bhuliya Jiva Bhoga Vancha Kare. Pashate Maya Thare Japati Adare. So very easy to understand. If you don't care for the government laws, you want to live independent of government laws, that means immediately you are in the clutches of the police force. You are imprisoned. You will undergo stringent law of the same government. The government laws are meant to make you live happily. But if you want to be independent of that, you will be put in the prison and you will obey stringent law of the same government, where the government is not directly involved. It has set up the police force to take care of. Similarly, this Maya is the agent of Krishna. So, if you don't feel the separation from Krishna, Then in the forgetful state, there are so many other dukkhalayam. So many dukkhas will be there for crying unnecessarily. Save your tears to cry for Krishna. Guru Maharaj used to say, cry for Krishna, and if you cannot cry, cry that you cannot cry for Krishna. And if you cannot do that, cry that you cannot cry for Krishna. In this way, you keep on adding this cannot cry and cannot cry and cannot cry for Krishna till you cry. Don't stop. So our position is always dependent on God. And when we miss him, we are in the miseries. We should understand this. That is Krishna consciousness. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he gives Manasa Deho Geho Jo Kichumor Arapilu Tuva Padhe Nanda Kishore. So in the Sharanagati he says, and this mistake is going on, that I am independent, I am king, and my soldiers and my society, my community, my family, so many I have manufactured. But Deha Patya Kalatra Deshwatma Sanyeshva Sasyapi. Just like a man fights, just like Hitler declared war. So many wars are declared. This man is declaring, everyone is thinking, I am independent. So, and we are thinking that we have got so many soldiers, so many atomic bomb and so many aeroplanes, we shall come out victorious. Similarly, each and every one of us, we are thinking, I am independent and my wife, my children, my society, they are all my soldiers. If I am in danger, they will help me. This is going on. This is called Maya. Pramattate sham nidanam pashyan appina pashyati. Because we have become mad after this so-called independence of God. We are thinking these things will help us, will protect us, but that is Maya. Everyone will be destroyed. Nobody will be able to give us protection. If real protection is wanted, he will have to take protection from Krishna. That's the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraj. You are thinking so many things will give you protection. That will not be possible. You will be finished. And your so-called protector and friends with soldiers, they will also be finished. You don't depend on them. Sarva dharman parityajya. Give up all kind of such engagements. Mam ekam sharanam. Just surrender unto Krishna. Then Krishna will give you protection. Ham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishami ma sucha. This is real protection. Everyone is falsely thinking independent, but he is dependent. But he is depending on false platform. That is a mistake of this material civilization. If you are not surrendering to Krishna, you have already surrendered to Maya. Why unnecessarily you want to surrender to Maya? Anyway, you have to surrender. You have to accept the Kali Yuga. You have to accept the three modes of material nature working on you. You are forced to do what you don't want to do. This means you have falsely surrendered yourself on the enemy's hand. Unnecessarily, you have so much strength that you can come out victorious with the enemy. You don't need to surrender to your enemy, but simply surrender to your own beloved Sukhridam Sarvabhutanam, those who is well-wisher of every living entities, Hridesh Arduna Chittadi, those who are situated in your heart, that is Krishna. If you surrender to Krishna, you don't need to surrender to your enemy and suffer. Because here, even if you surrender to Maya, she will not keep you happy. She herself is not happy. How can she keep you happy? So, we must understand that we have to take protection from Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam elaborately explains what Bhagavad Gita instruction is. Every country, everybody should agree to depend on Krishna. Feel the separation from Krishna, then it will make sense. That is Krishna consciousness. If you don't feel separation from Krishna, then what is the use? What is the use? Krishna bhulya bhoga vancha kare. Forgetting Krishna, thinking oneself, I will enjoy myself. No, your hand can never become you or your body. It's only part of the body. It has to serve the body. It has to serve the stomach. That is its constitutional position. Similarly, we are part of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna, and we're supposed to serve Krishna. We can never become Krishna. As long as the right hand plays in working as a right hand and left hand works as a left hand, they both are happy. They don't have any problem or disease or anything. But when it is disobeyed, it will be paralyzed. Then they cannot take care of themselves. Whether it is connected to body or not doesn't matter. But if it doesn't serve, it loses its potency to serve. That is paralyzed. Like that. We are eternal part and parcel of Krishna. We can never be actually separated. But then we are in a paralyzed situation because we are not serving Krishna. And not serving Krishna, so we don't get the energy to sustain ourselves. Once you are not paralyzed, the limbs cannot yield the energy and maintain itself. Not possible. It will be simply, dangling on the body. Useless. Like that, we became, by not rebel against Krishna, by not serving Krishna, being is part and parcel. We cannot cut ourselves off him because we are part and parcel of Krishna. But the only thing we need to do is not change the activity, but change the consciousness. Serve Krishna, do everything for Krishna. That is the only thing we have to see. Then everything will fall into place. Of course, not that everyone will accept this preaching. But even a few percent, 1% of the whole population accept. Just like in the sky, there is one moon only, and there are millions of stars. They are useless. What is the value of the millions of stars? But one moon, dissipate the whole darkness of the night. Like that. At least those who have taken to Krishna consciousness, those who are accepting a spiritual master, each of you become a moon and enlighten the world. These so-called glowworms, they will not be able to do anything. That's a fact. So don't remain a glowworm, just become a sun and moon. Then it will be, you can bring happiness in people's life. So the separation from Krishna to be felt, then you will know what it is, what it means. Then we understand this purport and the verses. Thank you very much. Any question or comments or realization, please do share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have posted one question text.
Yes, please, Santushtanitai Prabhu. Go on.
So actually, Krishna is sitting in our heart as Chaitanya Guru, and then he sends Samanta Guru. So once we get initiated, these all karmas get diminished. And you were telling that, so after that, Krishna and Guru start they start interfering in our life, but still we don't feel joy and that feeling of separation from Krishna. Why? And second, how can we cry if I cannot realize the importance of Krishna in my life? And then, as Guru Maharaj told that, how can we cry that we cannot cry for Krishna if we we are daily entangling with material energy, so we are daily forgetting. So how can we, at a constant pace, remember that?
Yeah, so this requires a constant reading of Srimad Bhagavatam and listening Guru Maharaj's Chaitanya Leela without fail every day. Then you will surprise at yourself that you are crying for Krishna, you are crying in separation from Krishna, you are crying by listening to the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is not different from Krishna. The tears 100% will flow because the tears are meant for that. And if we don't do that, then we will be crying for body pain and this pain and that pain and frustration and, frustrated mentality and all these things. We have to regularly read Srimad Bhagavatam and listen to Guru Maharaj's lecture every day. He's still continuously giving the Lord Chaitanya class. It's going on. But only thing is, for us it is morning, for he is giving at night. So you can go to the YouTube and look at the Jayapada Swami live. You will find it. He was in the morning, he was giving class. Today morning also he was giving class. Yesterday morning he was giving class. Day before yesterday he was giving class. So it's continuously going on. So whenever you find time, if you cannot attend the live class in the morning because you have to go for work, you come back and then listen to today's morning lecture today. Don't keep it pending. Every day, if you continuously listen to that, 100% guarantee that your question will be answered practically. It's not a theoretical question. It's a practical question. Practical question. Like, being too much agreed. Arjuna became, practically became choked up. And therefore, it was not possible for him to reply to the various speculative inquiries. Why? Because practically he became choked up. He cannot speak. And that is because of the separation from Krishna. So that will come automatically. It is not something artificially to be induced or we have to practice it, crying practice. No, there is no such crying practice. A child will not practice to cry for its mother. Naturally, it cries when the mother is missing. It feels the missing of mother, it will cry. Similarly, we will feel the missing of Krishna. We are missing for sure, but we are not having the feeling of missing Krishna. And that is because we don't hear about him from the bona fide source so much enough to purify our mind and establish the relationship so that we will feel the cry. That will happen gradually, but we must follow every day, regular attendance, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, regular attendance of Srimad Bhagavatam, regular attendance of Bhagavata speech, like Guru Maharaj every day's class of Lord Chaitanya book. 100% guarantee it will not, the day is not far away when you will start crying. You will, feel that ecstasy. You will feel that spiritual sentiments, which is very intelligent. It is very natural thing, and you will feel that. There is no doubt about it. But we need to follow this somehow or the other. We have to force ourselves into listening to one lecture a day, not lecture. He is not giving any lecture. Guru Maharaj is narrating the pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and taking every hearer into that particular pastime. And he's praying every day to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for all those disciples. So that is our Guru Maharaj. So every day listen. Generally, the spiritual masters, they give lectures. But our spiritual master is narrating the pastime. He is Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragrama Tharine. He is not lecturing. He gives Gaurakata Damadaya. Everywhere, nook and corner of villages, he goes to US, he goes to Aldia, he goes to every place and he's giving Gaurakata. And in this way, he's distributing Nithaya Kripa Pradayine. Who else has such name in their Namavali? So this is very fortunate that you have got such a spiritual master who can make you cry within an hour. Such a person you have got. Just listen. Is lecture 1 every day. That not lecture, sorry, again. The pastimes that he is narrating every day, and you will understand. Even in Bhagavatam class of Saturday, you attend to him, he will not be giving lecture at all. He will narrate the pastime of Lord Chaitanya connected to that Srimad Bhagavatam, because the same Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is related in that particular Srimad Bhagavatam words, you will listen from him. Practical, very practical. So this is, then you will find that you will also practically become choked up. It's a very mellow, beautiful experience. So please relish this. Practice it. Practice means hearing only. Hearing and reading Bhagavatam is a practice that we need to do. Automatically it will happen. Don't worry. You don't try that, okay, I will cry, so let me do it. No, you simply do it. Simply do it. You will automatically cry. Don't worry. This is a very wonderful mellow that even in a neophyte level, one can experience this. Don't worry about it.
So for me, it feels like stucking in a careless mechanical cycle, because it's not like my urge to listen to Guru Maharaj's lecture. So till the time it does not come, shall we feel that we are just doing it as a practice?
Yeah. Make it a practice of listening to his narration once a day. Better today's lecture today, Otherwise, at least where you left last time, from there you start listening and somehow get connected as a practice. Get connected, then the practice becomes, because in devotional life, without taste also, if somebody is doing, that is called training. And the training will make them expert and they will spontaneously do the same thing. That time there will be Melo, there will be Krishna, there will be Guru, everybody will be present at that time. The same activity which we are doing as part of practice or training, abhyas, the same will automatically turn into mellow and pastime. There is nothing new you need to do for that. Five, 4,
3,
2,
1.
0. Thank you very much for the association, and let's resume our Srimad Bhagavatam class tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. The Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnava Pranam. वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Hare